Yeah. I mean, we'll do about half an hour. We're starting now. Yeah. Sorry. I missed playing here. It's been about a month, I think. And a month is a long time to go without your soul food. You know what I'm saying? A man gets hungry. This song about people that sing while they make their soul food. And it was written by an old friend of mine named Steve and Jesse Bernstein. We called him Jesse. I called him Jesse. The Stephen came in later. For me, anyway. And Jesse wrote songs and poems and plays and novels and short stories. He did about everything. And he passed away, like everybody does, but he passed away kind of differently. But anyway, friends and relatives decided that they should have not a memorial, but a celebration of his life. And it was done at the OK Hotel, which was down under the viaduct. The OK Hotel doesn't exist anymore, at least not as a venue. You know, those were some amazing days. And everybody that participated, you know, people that knew him, it was all people that knew him. I knew him, so I was there. I was asked to do something. We were all supposed to do one of his pieces, if it was a bit of a play or a poem or whatever it was. So I figured I'd do a song, and I didn't have any of his stuff. I'd only heard him sing a couple of times. So somebody gave me a couple of cassettes, and they were kind of basic, recorded in somebody's living room or something. I don't know, but they were just Jesse and his guitar. And this song was on one of them, and it just kind of stuck in my head. So I worked it out, but I made it my own. I made this guitar part to go along with it. And it's just a wonderful song. It's called, I call it Somebody's Looking for Their Voice. But I think Jesse called it Hope to Live. But anyway, I call it whatever. Somebody's looking for their voice. Child is practicing their music. Could be a trumpet, but it's too sloppy to be sure. Like someone's trying to get out of that building, but their feet are nailed to the floor. And it's a beautiful thing, yes it is. It's a thing that gives me hope to live. Somebody is looking for their voice through an open window with their supper on a stove. It's a sound you can hear out on the street, humming and a tapping at a beat, like someone whose life gives no reason, making up a reason of their own. And it's a beautiful thing, yes it is. It's a thing that gives me hope to live. Somebody is looking for their voice through an open window with their supper on a stove. Shadow boxing in a doorway, with his eyes closed, I know he's gonna win. He's kicking the trash out of the way. He goes down, but he always comes back up again. And it's a beautiful thing, yes it is. It's a thing that gives me hope to live. Somebody is looking for their voice through an open window with their supper on a stove. And a woman is standing at the bus stop, and she's yelling that the city is on fire. Cops come looking clumsy and disgusted. Everything they tell her, she says, they are a liar. And it's a beautiful thing, yes it is. It's a thing that gives me hope to live. Somebody is looking for their voice through an open window with their supper on a stove. Well, now everybody is stuck inside the buildings. The ruins that we leave may last forever. And though everything we say may be forgotten, there's something that connects us like a river. And it's a beautiful thing, yes it is. It's a thing that gives me hope to live. Somebody is looking for their voice through an open window with their supper on a stove. And it's a beautiful thing, yes it is. It's a thing that gives me hope to live. Somebody is looking for their voice through an open window with their supper on a stove. Somebody is looking for their voice through an open window with their supper on a stove. So when Jesse passed away, I wrote this song about him. Jesse came from Los Angeles, and he had a lot of ghosts. I have another friend who has a lot of ghosts, and it occurred to me one time when I watched him walking down the hallway that he goes through life with a sack full of shadows. And Jesse kind of went through life with a sack full of shadows. So this is just called Jesse. This is going to drive me nuts. Go. There. When Jesse went numb, the world went mad. His skin was the only contact he had. No feelings, no senses to touch. Sometimes you know it's just got to be too much. Far away in those LA County days, dangerous companions, so aimlessly amazed. The imprints of violence on such a gentle soul. A long time shadow takes its toll. And they say the greatest pain, they say the greatest pain, they say the greatest pain is when you can't feel anything. Jesse tried to tell it in the language of the day. Over the glamour of the spotlight took the meanings all away. Hollowed out in syllables, windswept and raining. Everybody thought his pain was so very entertaining. And they say the greatest pain, they say the greatest pain, they say the greatest pain when you can't feel anything. Friends can touch and go, and in the places where we meet, we can have an understanding that we think to be complete. A shared communication, giving names to all our fears, never knowing what was missing until the world disappears, until the world disappears, until the world disappears. Jesse disappeared one night when time was closing in. The lights are going dim. He left his hollow body, face up to meet the dawn. By the time they found him, he was already gone. People are like landscapes, they are vast and undiscovered. Eye to eye in mystery, even to each other. Some are dry like a desert, some are like a garden to the sea. Oh, but the parts that matter most are the parts we never see. And they say the greatest pain, they say the greatest pain, they say the greatest pain when you can't feel anything, can't feel anything at all. You know, sometimes Jesse couldn't feel anything at all. Nothing. just came home with a head full of pictures and I can't say. Wake me up screaming in the middle of the night, make him go away. And I might start drinking, I might not stop, I might cross over that line. I just wanna get drunk and stay that way all the time. Now I'm walking around with a head full of pictures and you don't wanna know. They're hanging in the air right in front of my face everywhere I go. And I might start doping, I might not stop, I might cross over that line. I just wanna get numb and stay that way all the time. Nobody should have pictures in the head like I do. Nobody should have pictures in the head like me. Giving back to the people that wanted this war. I don't want to see him anymore. Now I'm living my life with a head full of pictures from now on. And I ain't living my life with a head full of pictures from now on. And I can't make love to the world anymore cause it's too strong. And I might get crazy, I might not stop, I might cross over that line. And I might do something I might regret sometime. Who gave me this head full of pictures? Well, I think I know. Some big shot sitting in a padded chair where the money's all flow. And I might start thinking, I might get smart, I might cross over that line. And I might do something about it sometime. Nobody should have pictures in the head like I do. Nobody should have pictures in the head like me. Giving back to the people that wanted this war. I don't want to see him anymore. After this one more song and then that's a Merle Haggard song that I fell in love with. Merle got famous for singing Mama Tried and stuff like that. And also got famous for singing Okie from Muskogee. You know, we don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee and all that stuff. And I'm not a big Merle Haggard fan or anything. I just love this song. Some of his stuff I think is fabulous, and I think he's a great singer. But I do have a friend who is a major Merle Haggard fan. And he went to see him recently when he did the Moore Theater with Chris Christopherson. And I guess they were on stage at the same time, trading songs. And someone asked for Okie from Muskogee, and he did it. But he also explained it. See, Merle's a major pothead, and has been for a long time. He smokes a lot of marijuana. And what happened was, I don't know how many years ago it was, but he was on tour with the band there. I think they're called the Strangers, I don't know. And they were coming into Muskogee, Oklahoma to do a gig. There's all these flags and stuff waving around, and they're all stoned coming in on the bus. And somebody in the band says, "Jesus, I bet they don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee." And a song was born. I love it. This is called Kern River, and you have to understand, Merle was a disreputable teenager, pulling a lot of stuff that got him in trouble, and got sent to juvenile hall a lot. cars, that sort of thing. And he would always escape, run away from juvenile hall. So they finally put him in San Quentin. And he was in San Quentin when Johnny Cash came and played. Johnny Cash played in several prisons. Merle didn't play in them, he lived in them. At least one of them. But so he tells the story that the last time he escaped from juvenile hall just before they put him in San Quentin, in order to get out, he had to swim the Kern River. So once I learned that, the song had a whole new meaning. I'll never swim Kern River again. That's where I met her and that's where I lost my best friend. So now I live in the mountains, I drifted up here with the wind. I may drown in still waters and never swim Kern River again. Well, I was raised in an oil town, but my gusher never came in. And the river was a boundary where my darling and I used to swim. One night by the moonlight, swiftness swept her life away. So now I live in Lake Shasta. Lake Shasta is where I will stay. There's the South San Joaquin where the seeds of the Dust Bowl are found. And there's a place called Mount Whitney from where the mighty Kern River runs down. Oh, it's not deep nor wide, but it's a mean piece of water, my friend. I may cross on the highway, I'll never swim Kern River again. I'll never swim Kern River again. That's where I met her and that's where I lost my best friend. So now I live in the mountains, I drifted up here with the wind. I may drown in still waters and never swim Kern River again. Never swim Kern River again. That's where I met her and that's where I lost my best friend. So now I live in the mountains, I drifted up here with the wind. I may drown in still waters and never swim Kern River again. Sorry about that. I have trouble with the second to last chords on songs tonight. Well, okay, since Clint is still back, I'll do one more. We'll stop the recording after this one, okay?
We're on a roll, man.
Oh, I know. Well, somebody's on a roll. It's not me.
Show some more love for Jensen, I guess.
Oh, I got a tip jar somewhere. I don't know where the tip jar is. There's got to be the tip jar one. The tip jar only doesn't take anything less than a $20 bill, just so you know. And that's Clint back there doing exercises on the espresso machine. Yeah, here we go. Might as well let it go a little bit, Clint. Just trying to Don't give him too much or he won't come back. Now when I go by Baltimore, I need no carpet on my floor. Come along, go with me, we'll go see what we can see. Green Rocky Road, promenade in green. Who do you love and who do you love? Now you see that bird up in the sky. You wonder how she could get so high. She don't walk and she don't run, but she just flies until the traveling's done. The Green Rocky Road, promenade in green. Who do you love and who do you love? So when I go by Baltimore, I need no carpet on my floor. Come along, go with me, we'll go see what we can see. Green Rocky Road, promenade in green. Who do you love and who do you love? I love the way that the rain sounds on the rooftop over my head, a little animal feet. The way the clouds come down so low, they seem to prowl around the alleyways and get into the side streets. And all the world goes soft, and the hard lines disappear, and the echo of the footsteps, well, that's the music in your ear, and the sing-song that runs all along that little crash. I've been all around the world and I keep coming back. Now the big boats come to the dockside, they tie off and unload, and they stay a little while. You got a bright light Saturday, Liberty night, you gotta do it upright, you gotta do it in style, you know what I mean? Maybe hear a little music. Can I have this next dance? Maybe fall in love if I could have a chance. With somebody like you, yes indeed, imagine that. I've been all around the world and I keep coming back. First time I rode the bus and picked me up hitchhiking, took me clear across town. I said, I ain't got no money. He said, that's all right, friend, just get on board and lay your burden down. have no idea. This looks pretty good, I'll get off here. And I went off walking with my guitar across my back. I've been all around the world and I keep coming back. Well, I rode that Fremont Bridge so high one time I could have scratched old Mr. Moon right in the chin. I took a look at the water in the canal down below and I thought to myself, I'm gonna dive right in. Yeah, but I'm too young to go that way, and I ain't ready yet. I don't mind falling that far, I just don't want to get that wet. It's a carnival of circumstance, you have to have a knack. I've been all around the world and I keep coming back. Now this song is about my other guitar. Or more precisely, actually, it's about the friend of mine that gave me that other guitar. A guy named Chris Ramey. You can look him up. There's a little bit about him out there. Not a lot, but a little bit. See, I'm from California originally. And I learned to play down there in the lower San Francisco Bay Area, down in the peninsula. Palo Alto, Los Gatos, Saratoga, San Jose, down there. And there was a really good scene. I mean, it was an amazing time to be alive. They are so frightened of what happened in the 60s that to this day, they insult it. I mean, you know, it's been a long time, but they insult it still. It was that impactful. It was very cool. I could go out to Menlo Park and watch Jerry Garcia practicing pedal steel guitar. Go to the Shelter in Half Moon Bay and watch Jorma Kaukonen play guitar with Jack Cassidy. So Chris Ramey gave me a 1965 Epiphone Texan about 5 years ago, something like that. 6 years ago. He gave it to me in 2003, that's right. 10 years ago. Wow. 10 years ago. Is that my tip jar? Is that it there? That's not, is it? Can be. I gotta have a tip jar. Gotta be something somewhere. Because I can tell that these people, they, you know. So this song is called Chris Ramey Gave Me This Guitar. Chris Ramey gave me this guitar. We'd been friends for years and we came this far, living in a world of folk clubs and bars, songs for every season, and we sang them on a steel string guitar. Chris Ramey was a big man, and he sang a big song, and in my younger days I tagged along. He had a big life, lived it right out loud, head and shoulders over everybody else in the crowd. He rode with the pranksters, he knew Neil Cassidy too, Janis Joplin lit a candle for him, and an almost rendezvous Jesse Fuller, Margot St. James. Everybody knew Chris Ramey, and he knew them all the same, all the same. He could trip you under the, he could drink you under the table, he could trip you over the moon. He could tell more tales than a carny barker on a Saturday afternoon. He had a heart of gold. He was golden to the core. He'd give you the shirt off his back, and if you needed a bed, well, he'd sleep on the floor. When I lost track of Ramey, he lost track of me. Then I heard he was selling cars down in the valley. His guitar was in the closet, strings were old and dead, but he still had all those songs in his head. In his head. I said, hey Chris, I don't know about these cars, but guitar strings call for fingers, and your fingers need guitars. And these kids out there nowadays, they seem so young, they need a master like you to show them how it's done, how it's done. Yeah. Well, he's a little rusty at first, and the rust was dusted off. Magic came alive, and the songs woke up like a sleeper on the rebound from a long tangential dream. Chris Ramey was back on the scene, on the scene. He got himself a good set of wheels from that used car lot. He put a PA in the trunk and he went out gigging while the gigging was hot. He got a brand new repertoire. It was a fine sight to see, and with his harmonica buddy Jimmy Durance, he made his first CD. Yes, he did. And the music was alive. He was living in the zone, and he loved those old Gibsons and Epiphones. He knew I did too. It was almost biology, so whenever he found a good one, he'd show it to me. He'd show it to me. Life catches up with you. No matter how fast you drive, and they say that nobody gets out of here alive. There's songs to come in singing with, songs to fly away, and you knew he'd have to sing one of those other ones someday. Someday. Chris Ramey gave me this guitar. When he knew the time was near, he said, go pick the one that speaks to you, Jim, and get it out of here. So I took this old slope shoulder, the sunburst top, it made bells beneath my fingers and would not let me stop, let me stop. So sing a song for laughter, sing a song for tears, sing a song for old friends who've known you all these years. Sing a song for leaving, another one for when you're gone, for life is just a melody waiting for a song, for a song. to have to stop this recording, Clint, pretty soon. 'Cause it's only going to get sloppier, you know. Besides which, you won't know where to cut it because it won't all fit on one CD.
Jim, that's why it's going to be a double live CD. I'm going to make millions.
Oh, my God. Oh, I know what I was going to do.